Also have the Israeli paid Mossad agent saying,
What the is this a Hassan viewer? Are we dealing with a Hassan viewer? No way. We have Hassan viewers in Gacha? Bro. So, I was dropped a very interesting video, which you can find here in the Daily React over on our Discord, where I was recommended the game that made me realize the evils of capitalism. Now, we're about to cross the boundaries between politics and gacha games. That's right, man. Stuff is about to get very, very serious here. This is from Unifer Live. I've never seen this guy around in the gacha space, so if you guys would love to check him out, drop a like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Us small CCs could use all the help we can get, man. So, I'm genuinely interested in what the topic could be here. I really, really am. Without further ado, let's get into it. And if you enjoyed that type of video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. More of that coming here.
I guess I better go subscribe to VXV Gacha.
in the last few years, it seems that people have become more politically aware and more.
Unfortunately, we have to be more politically aware because politics managed to ooze their way into our daily lives. I remember growing up, no one really gave a fuck about politics. Most people did not give a fuck. But now you have to give a fuck. Why? Because politics affects your life more than ever. Unfortunately.
Politically aware and more politically educated. And I mean, the stuff that has happened in the last few years definitely have forced a lot of people to reevaluate their beliefs and political affiliation. It's almost becoming unpopular to be someone who is oblivious to the happenings of the world.
Absolutely.
Take me, right? I grew up relatively oblivious to politics.
Oh, me too, man. Yo, chat, type 1 if you gave a damn about politics growing up. Type 2 if you're like, you start rolling your eyes and go, man, what's with this grown-ass, old grandpa-ass shit that are people talking about? I'm like, man, get me out of here. Anyway, where's my Game Boy at? Where's my Game Boy at?
Like it. And only recently, in my old age of 22 years old, have I taken the time to actually learn about stuff like capitalism, socialism, imperialism, and even though where I come from, we do learn about colonialism, it wasn't until recently that I actually paid attention to it. You know what I mean? And no doubt the reason I and so many others became interested about learning all of this is due to the shit show that has unfolded in the last 4 years. But even so, up until recently, I still did not have a particular political leaning. I'm what the streets call a centrist. But that, of course, changed.
We are the sin of neutrality. Just like me. He's like me, man. We are the sin of neutrality.
All because of a video game.
Ain't no fucking way!
Now that seems outrageous, I know, but this game taught me the true meaning of class struggle and what it means to live in a capitalist bourgeois system where my livelihood was out of my control and how the elite continues to live off of my labor. Now you're thinking, what might that game be, you know? Is it a game with a heavy story that details the struggles of the common folk? Is it a game that teaches about the oppressive nature of the capitalist system? Is it a game that portrays socialism in its true form without capitalistic propaganda?
Nope,
None of that. It's actually gacha games, baby.
China #1. God damn. Music kind of hard though. Nice. When China takes over, I think you want to private this video. Whenever China takes over, man.
I know this sounds insane to any regular person, but it's something that has always irked me.
Oh man, the clips was when HSR was great.
Because the type of stuff that these games do always gets a free pass. Because anime! And I've been playing this genre of game.
By the way, shouts out to China for literally just appropriating anime in their culture, like through gacha games, like GG's.
Since FGO came out. See, the game that really broke the camel's back for me is Honkai Star Rail. And I have a love-hate-love relationship with this game. And
we all do. Especially with all Hoyoverse games. Like for me personally, it's like all Hoyoverse games.
It's mostly got to do with the gacha mechanic itself and the problem that spawns from it. But there are still people who just, don't get it. Things like power creep and fan service are not
God damn. Man, ZZZ doesn't care anymore. Yo, Vio, why she marrying your mom's outfit? I don't think this is my mom's outfit, man. My mom doesn't wear this type of stuff, unfortunately.
Isolated or individual issues of some
Doesn't
of
fit. I was gonna do that, but tough.
these games, but rather they are the lifeblood of these games. They are part of the mechanism that move these games and are the main contributor to the bloated revenue generated by these companies. For example, power creep is something that they put in this game and other games too, but in this game it's less of a natural result of newer characters being better.
Fei Xiao is so washed right now, chat. I want you to think about that. I remember like just yesterday how amazing Fei Xiao was. Fei Xiao is washed as
because the game itself is evolving, but rather a conscious effort to make older characters just unusable so that you are pressured to spend money or spend an unhealthy amount of time on the game. Now, a huge portion of the player base, Mossad agents included, will say to just pull better or plan your pulls, or some
don't be greedy and stupid is what they're saying.
of the cope bullshit that they love to say. But the thing is, in other free-to-play non-gacha games, no matter how pressured you are by the game devs or the community or the game itself to spend money, you are never actually missing out on anything by not spending money. Like, you can still play Fortnite and be good in Fortnite even if you didn't buy the battle pass. Because in non-gacha games, purchasable items are usually cosmetics, skins, and stuff like that, right? That don't have a significant impact on gameplay or the gameplay experience.
Yes.
I mean, at least not anymore. And no, just because a gun skin from Call of Duty or Apex has a different iron sight does not create a significant enough change in experience. But for gacha games, it's different. Because the characters that you are spending money or time on is the experience.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the game.
Yeah, post game, to be very specific. It's not the game, because of course there's going to be that guy, well, actually, you can play the story when they give you the characters for free through the trial characters and you can play the story. You can do that, true. But if you want to keep playing these games, yeah, you experience it through the characters. 100%. You gotta keep doing the farming, you gotta keep doing the pulling. That's the only way you can keep up with some level of progression and fun with these games as you play them every single day, which these games want you to do just that.
You have to have the characters. Otherwise, at best, you are missing out on a few characters, or at worst, you are playing
Shouts out to my girl
a
Himeko.
different game than other people. Take me, for example, right? I did not play for a majority of Honkai Star Rail version 3.0.
Me too.
Because life do be lifing sometimes.
Yes.
Which means I missed out almost the entire new character banners.
And Finon is him. Finon is him. I love Finon so much. He's slowly becoming my favorite SSR character. He is him.
Like almost all of them. I
call that guy Hymnon.
out on an entire new class of characters. I am basically playing the 2.0 version of the game in 3.0. And now I know my case is an extreme one and HSR itself is an extreme example, but the point still remains that if you don't spend...
Yes, W for my man here. SSR is definitely an extreme example. There's power creep, but I feel... You don't know what's funny, Chad? You know what's crazy? Genshin's power creep was okay for the longest time. I hear that it's bad now, but Genshin Impact's power creep was kind of decent because you can always clear out, and because endgame was somewhat easy, and like you can just play whatever and you're fine. So basically you just get the characters just for the sake of having something to do and like tackling the Genshin Impact experience somewhat differently through the new character. Up until 5.01-ish, yeah, true. I think up until Natlan. The story quality went down, not sure about this year. I don't know about the story, but I know one thing, for the longest time up until like Fontaine, like you weren't really that pressed into getting like the newer unit. You can really get away with like your 2.0 classics. That's not bad, but then again, it came at the cost of having a mediocre post game. My favorite one right now, kinda, which I guess, well, we do have HP inflation and stuff right now in Withering Waves, but I feel like Wuwa also for the longest time did power creep pretty good. They did it pretty good. If you want to easily clear content, you can through the new unit, but you don't necessarily have to if you're skilled enough. So it rewards skillful play and more understanding towards the game. That's very good.
An Israel amount of money or David Goggins amounts of time in most of these games, you are technically locked out of the main content of the game because new characters brings new mechanic or new playstyles. Again, the main appeal...
And that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Is that they bring new playstyles and you need that new playstyle to refresh the feel of the game.
and gameplay of these games comes from the
What the f is that? What is she doing? I don't know. I'm kind of taking this the wrong way, man.
So essentially, a free-to-play player is playing a different game compared to the median paying player who themselves are playing a different game compared to the elite bourgeois whale deep-pocketed players.
Sure, true, 100%. But also, I feel like the experience is kind of ruined when you have E6 everything. It's like you just kill through everything so fast and so easily. I feel like it takes away the fun. I'm just saying.
People within the community will argue day and night about which games have more Gunnar or Sharia compliant
What the fuck is that? Is that Farina? That looks kind of good.
designs, completely missing the point that
God dang.
characters are designed to maximize
This outfit is crazy, man. I don't care what you say. This outfit is crazy.
profits, and since the Gunnar demographic, for whatever reason, tend to be the
What was this game's name again? Snowbreak or something?
highest
This game
spenders,
doesn't give a f.
will cater to them. Again, people have this weird tribalistic way of thinking where they think, oh, my favorite game that doesn't do this weird
I'll be honest, man. Like Snowbreak is so weird, dude.
shit, or oh, but this game does it on male characters. Reverse 1999 doesn't do it. It's the best game ever. Honestly, I've seen more.
I'll be honest, just play whatever you want. When it comes to Gunnar, you know what's crazy, chat? I thought Genshin Impact was fine in leveling and balancing goon-ass characters. We had like characters like Shenhe, which was obviously exaggerated. We had Eula, exaggerated. Jean, but you always needed like the waifu character. But Raiden Shogun, Yai Miko, but like they're very few and far between. But like, you know, the waifu is like kind of few and far between, man. That's what I felt personally. Like Hu Tao wasn't one. Ganyu, kind of. We had Ayaka, everybody, of course, it was Ayaka. Like, we all were running Ayaka. Yelan was crazy. Eula was crazy. But yeah, like, they're kind of like, you know, they take their time. Also, something Wuthering Waves is doing, for example, with the Sigrika. Sigrika's pretty tame. I like Sigrika. That was pretty good. I'm a fan of that.
More people talk about that game than actually playing it. But they're all the same! They're all the same, you dumb fucks! They're gacha games! They're all the same! They are all the same profit-maxing slop generator for character designs. And every
Dude, ZZZ is crazy. ZZ don't give a f, man. They're getting the Gunners, man. They're like, look, the game is not doing well. Break open glass. Get the Gunners in the house.
single time, all of you will buy into it. Like the good little Gunnar slop consumer that you are. Motherfuckers on here and Twitter, that will be X plus Twitter, will be like, I wish they could give us pity at a lower pull count, or,
Yes.
we should get rid of 50-50s. You know
Yes.
what we should do instead? Get rid of the gacha mechanic itself, you stupid gambling addicted bitch! Some of you
Now look, we're trying to meet them in the middle. We already know that. But we are playing the game for free. So they have to monetize this shit somehow due to social norms considering video games nowadays. Everything has microtransactions. Everything sucks now when it comes to video games in terms of monetization. But we know we're not going to get characters for free. When it happens only in a game that's obviously not ready for launch, like Do It Not Abyss, that is pressured by developers to be pushed out. So guess what? We have to meet these developers in the middle. The only way to do that right now is through the 50-50 system. So just get rid of that first, and then we can talk about the rest. All right, let's start there, like step by step. Let's take an inch so that we can take a mile. And that's the problem. They know that, and they're not giving us that goddamn inch.
are arguing which gacha games gives you more free shit. Which, I mean, it's great. No complaints there.
Hey, I want my gacha to give me free shit. The more free shit I get from my gacha game, the happier I am and the more satisfied I am. And I go W developers and I go the other games devs could never. 100%. And you know why I say that? So that the other games devs also get their head out of their ass and do right by me. That's right.
No complaints there. But you guys are arguing which casinos gives you more free cookies. Like, you guys are constantly making the argument and the comparison between which is better, trash or garbage.
I think garbage is better because it's free and they give me more free shit. And also the game improves over time. That's right.
While completely ignoring the fact that they are charging you 50 imperial dollars a character on a good day. $50 or your time worth 50 for a core component of the game. For 50 bucks, you getting a whole bundle on Fortnite, maybe even two. The gacha game player base are the only group of people insane enough to glaze a game that charges Battlefield 6 money for one waifu or husbando.
I'll be honest, man. He went there, and I appreciate that. They need to lower prices for gacha characters. We need to lower that shit. They should not be that expensive at all. That's just way too much money, man. Especially for just this pixels. Like, what are you, an NFT? Those didn't do well, by the way. $200? Gacha addicts justifying $50 to gamble for an anime character. I'll be honest, anybody with a good functioning head will not spend $50 to keep gambling. You spend $50 when you can reach the guarantee. That's when you spend $50. Low-genuinely sad because the character will get damage mogged within 3 nanoseconds. So you start begmaxing for your parents. No, you go to streamers' chats. That's where you do that. Because any responsible parent will tell you no.
It does not help that the community itself is filled with people who are either experiencing psychosis and bootlickers who think that the multi-billion-dollar corporation gives a shit what they have to say on the fascist propaganda app. Then you
They kinda do, but not really.
also have the Israeli paid Mossad agent saying,
What the f? Is this a Hassan viewer? Are we dealing with a Hassan viewer? No way. We have Hassan viewers in Gacha? Bro. He clearly hates Cheki. That's why I said he's a Hassan viewer, because he had Cheki here.
how this gacha game is better than the other one. Guys, I'm excited for this new gacha game. People just need to have better self-control. Guys, just plan your polls, because this new character is going...
Hey, here's the thing. If you do gacha right, you can develop a lot of self-discipline. Because I remember back when I started Genshin Impact, as soon as I have 160 Primo Gems, I would roll. As soon as I have it. And then I started calming my ass down. I would wait until I have the 10 pull. So that I hated seeing the blue animation. I wanted to always see at least purple. Because it gives me the impression or the illusion that it might turn gold. It gives me like a small dose of hope for like a nanosecond. And then I was like, okay, this is stupid. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start waiting. Especially after, you get an early, like you keep rolling, and you get the character. Okay, well, there's 10 more days for the next one. So now what do? You have to control yourself and not keep pulling. You can build pity, but then when you finally get punished for building pity and you get a C1 that you had no business getting, you're like, well, what do I do now? Oh, I know. I need to calm down and actually start saving my pools. That's what I need to do. So it makes you learn certain things. It makes you disciplined towards certain things. It makes you stay your hand when it comes to certain things. For example, recently, I wanted the E1 Augusta. I really wanted that. But I cannot get everything in life. I know I can't get everything in life. So I had a choice to make. Either I get an E1 Augusta or I can get the new character Amieth and Luke, because I want to get Luke too. I have a choice to make. And I had to choose, and I chose. And that's a good thing. I think that's like when you mirror this to real life, this is a good thing. And you got to discipline yourself. Because here's the thing. This is what I love playing these games with, like free-to-play to free-to-play plus. Like you get the monthly pass. It's to show appreciation for the day. It's like dropping a sub to your favorite streamer or something. You just give them, it's like here's this monthly payment because we appreciate you, baby. This is obviously a fun game. I'm playing it all the time. This is good. So I think there's some good discipline to be squeezed from gacha games.
To be so beneficial for you. Like this shit is like the New York Stock Exchange or some shit. And here is the part that gave me this awakening type shit, is that some people genuinely think and believe that they could somehow reform this predatory and wealth extracting mechanism.
You have to push back somehow so that you can reach some level of middle ground. You have to. It's like anniversary rewards. If there's no pushback, they won't give you. They just won't do anything. When there's enough pushback and they can do something, they will. The problem is they obviously have a harder time changing formulas. And now that's bad. Like the game needs to start failing for them to start changing formulas to what the already existing player base desires. So that's why in a lot of ways, I hate it when my gacha game is very successful. Because when it's very successful, it means I don't get to have a lot of free shit.
Much like capitalism in its purest cocaine-fueled form. And no, you just can't. Not in any meaningful way, that is. Because everything is made to ensure maximum amounts of profit can be made. And sure, they might budge a little on certain issues, but most of the well-meaning people don't spend that much money to begin with. And these capitalists who owns the company don't give a shit, because they're not losing money. And much like the American democracy, they only listen to you if you give them enough money. On a side note, it's also probably the reason that...
Oh boy, you love to see it, don't you? We're talking about video games that sell anime girls, man.
They always insist on releasing their games on mobile, because logically speaking, right, releasing on mobile just tanks the potential things that they can do with the game, because they still have to make the game somewhat playable on a 5-year-old Android phone, so that a chud from Southeast Asia can still play the game and spend money on the game. But at the same time, it's also counterproductive because the size and the storage requirement of these games is
Man, I'm having flashbacks of seeing Gian against this boss. Man, that takes me back.
starting to creep up on, you know, games like Call of Duty, where it's almost 200 gigabytes. So like, what's the point of releasing it on mobile? The worst part of it is that they know that anime and gacha fans are easily entertained or satisfied, or that a lot of them, due to their material conditions, find comfort and refuge in anime characters.
Absolutely, 100%. He's cooking.
And create somewhat of a pseudo-parasocial relationship to the characters and the world of
Let him cook, chat. He's cooking.
It's an opioid of the masses in the modern day.
Yeah, and it's literally Dawei's pitch to investors back in the days.
To escape the harsh reality of life in this capitalistic system.
No, it's just escape reality because I can't get laid. I think that's the reality guys are escaping through these games in anime, man. Is because they can't get laid. Not the what you try to insinuate there, man.
That, Karl Marx, you didn't see that one coming, did you? I'm joking.
I don't know who that was.
And so they exploit these things to extract as much value from you. Everything is designed to keep you hooked on the game. And in a way, it's actually worse than gambling. Because with gacha games, people can come up with more excuse for their addiction or attachment, and they can also rationalize it. And all of it is not inherently wrong, because sometimes, yeah, it does bring comfort. But it's just people don't like it when you point out the inherent issues with their...
You can't get laid? Oh, I get no ass, man. Yep, I'm a virgin still, man. Imagine that.
Favorite thing or the thing that brings them comfort. In this case, the inherent predatory nature of gacha games that takes advantage and exploits people's weaknesses and vulnerabilities. So here's the thing. From my point of view, if you want to see...
I mean, here's the thing, like he's totally right on this. Like this game is literally designed to take advantage of your weaknesses. 100%. They definitely are. You really got to be careful. But thankfully, over here in the VXV channel, we have a lot of based individuals that use these games accordingly and appropriately as a means of entertainment and not a form of refuge to their real life problems, because we face our real life problems head on. And if you have an issue with that, please feel free to reach out. Reach out to me. You can find me on Discord. Please reach out. If you have a harder time, you can speak to me. You can speak to the boys. And we can help each other get through whatever issue you have going on, because sometimes all you need is just a sense of community, a proper environment that can enable a good spirit to grow within you so that you can better perform for yourself, really.
Stuff like overt sexualization of characters or power creep to go away.
What do you mean over-sexualization? That's not sexualized enough.
You must be for the abolishment of the gacha mechanic itself.
Okay, this ult is crazy. I don't know. It looks weird as fuck. Sus as fuck.
Because so long as the gacha mechanic exists, these companies will continue to find different ways to exploit you, just so you could spend more money on their product. Because they will always exploit your tendency to be parasocial. And
you want to know like what? Like dating apps. That's right. Your desire for companionship is being monetized. I want you to think about that for a second.
They know you guys have heavy FOMO, so they will always take advantage of that. And I also don't know about you guys, but a game that doesn't...
It's not only FOMO, it's also a need to feel heard and to feel appreciated and to feel validated, especially to feel validated, which a lot of people like to do, especially online through... Sometimes people would even want to insult you and do bad shit just to get that dose of validation. Like, yeah, I showed him.
A game that doesn't have a gambling mechanic like the gacha mechanic is overall a lot more fun to play. And because
one of my favorite games of all time is The Witcher 3, if not the favorite game of all time.
I know what I'm paying for. I am actually more willing
$10. One of the best $10 I've ever spent.
To spend money on a game. Because I am getting what I paid for, with no chances of getting anything else that I don't want. Or worse, not getting what I actually wanted. So please help us, Mao Zedong.
50-50 systems needs to go.
Get rid
Because you can actually get the characters for free.
of these bourgeois game devs who only know how to exploit the average gooning-minded anime fan. These devs know that the players are easily controlled with attractive characters or big damage numbers. Please help us, Xi Jinping, and abolish the gacha system and replace it with a Fortnite item store. I promise we will still spend money on the games and help
He's right. Yep.
China's economy so that it can finally start transitioning into socialism, so on and so forth. I mean, look, these new games that are coming out are doing it and getting rid of the gacha system, so it's possible. It's possible. So please, Mr. Xi Jinping, do it.
Anyway, so that happened. I guess there's a certain degree of politics in gacha, it seems. Politics is everywhere, huh? So it seems. But does this mean there's not fun to be had in these games? Yes, you can. You just, look, if I get an apple and there's like a spot that's rotten, guess what I do? I just remove the rotten spot and I eat the apple. That's how you go about it. It is really that simple, man. You can keep complaining about the rot, or you can cut it out and enjoy the rest of the apple. So yeah, nothing's perfect. We take what we get. We happen to enjoy these games. And I think, I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm handling myself in regards to, of these games very properly. There's a form of discipline that comes with me playing these games, and I like it. I genuinely do. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.